Councillor David Cockburn-Price.
Okay, just picking up a couple of points then. Obviously, what we wanted to do was we wanted to copy the methodology that West Craven had. As you said, there was some, sorry, through you, Chair, there were some disputes between area committees and town councils and parish councils, etc. And I think the methodology established at West Craven was that the town councils could suggest lots of ideas, which they duly did, and the West Craven Area Committee would then select them. And we as Colne Area Committee wanted to do the same thing. So we got a good range of projects from both Colne and the villages as well, Fulridge, Trawden and Lancashire Bridge, and we had a good portfolio there. But for some reason, Colne Town Council decided to come up with a couple of extra ones. And you're thinking, well, hang on a minute. So for a start, they hadn't been scored anyway. So even though the scoring has now been accepted as okay, even though there were some things about, you know, deadlines and contributions and all that kind of thing, I think we just wanted to follow through on the methodology and say that Colne Area Committee had a couple of tweaks to the project list and therefore wanted that to be recognised. In terms of allocating money, Legacy Fund, as you say, is a good pot of extra money, which we can all use. The pride in place, of course, is capital only. So, of course, you can build something, but you've got to run it. The exploration with the cemetery chapel was basically just to say what is possible. Yes, it's a community space that's not being available to the community. Can you run it in a certain way? Can you do certain things with it? It doesn't necessarily mean you refurbish it with the capital money and you rent it out by the hour, but you explore how to make that capital asset survive and be sustainable. That's what a sort of pride in place impact. It's got a long-term thing. The legacy funding, well, Colne Area's got about 60-odd thousand, which is not enough for either project. And what we decided to do with our legacy fund was we decided to allocate it to the contribution part that wasn't going to be met by the pride in place funding. So we are devoting the legacy fund to the projects as the match funding. So we spread that around in various places. So that gives us a nice coherent way of looking at these projects from both a capital and a supporting capital point of view, as well as thinking about additional legacy fund to ensure that they can be able to run and be sustainable for the long term. I think basically what we're asking is that obviously there is a power within the process for the chief exec in consultation with leader and deputy leader to look at this and say, can we finish off the scoring? Can we allocate the projects? Let's get spending the first 750 amongst us all, and then let's draw down this second 750 as well. So it's really just a case of just following through on what basically has been established across the patch. Why should Colne be any different? And then also being able to do that, matching the pride in place funding, legacy funding, and then coming up with a set of projects that really are deliverable and sustainable. So we just ask you to bear that one in mind. And obviously I'm pleased to hear that the scoring's been okay. By all means, let's keep lobbying Jonathan Hinder and his mates for additional money. We could all want it. We all want a bit more flexibility in how it's spent as well, because of course capital only is one thing, gives you a nice big edifice, but then nobody can afford to turn the lights on, which is always a bit short-sighted. So that's basically what I'm asking you to consider when it comes to the recommendation from Colne Area.